Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Astros, and all of these extra inning games are making my office look like a graveyard for energy drinks. The Astros lose a heartbreaker 7-6 in the 10th, and boy, this one's a tough pill to swallow. Quite a few chances to walk away victorious in this one, and I'm going to probably go off on a slight tangent on Dusty Baker's management in this game because I feel it is necessary. And I just want to remember before I get into this, I want to preface it. When I criticize the Astros, I criticize them because I love them. And when I say these things, I'm not saying them to crap on our manager or to crap on any of the players or anything. I say these because I want it to be constructive criticism, and I understand that they will never see this, but I want this to be me trying to say things that I feel would help them if I were in that position. Starting off with the starting pitcher, Brandon Belak. He had a good night, and I know people are going to say, oh, he gave up 2 runs. He didn't have a great night. He's a rookie pitcher, and he still had a pretty good night. 2 runs over 5 innings isn't bad at all. He also had 4 strikeouts. He did give up 1 home run, but it was a solo shot, so be that as it may. 6 hits, only 1 walk. He had a pretty nice night overall. Then we brought in Paredes, and he was fine. He had a nice night. He went 1 2/3, and then we pulled him, and I don't know why. Now, granted, I know you might think to yourself, well, Weston, Blake Taylor has been incredible all season long. He's looked like dynamite, and I would agree with that. But I still don't understand why you're pulling him, and I know you're saying, well, you want to do it for matchups, lefty on lefty, righty on righty, and so on and so forth, but I would say that's overrated. And I know that sounds really stupid, but I'm... take it or leave it. Paredes looked fine. I don't know why we pulled him. And then Blake Taylor came in, recorded 1 out, but gave up a 3-run home run. So that was painful to watch. And again, I'm not... Blake Taylor, he's allowed to have a few hiccups. It's his rookie season, but this was a untimely hiccup that he had. Andre Scruggs came in, and Scrub, he's a good pitcher. I didn't really realize this until I saw it flash up on the screen. He hasn't given up a run yet, which really shocked me. I mean, I know he hasn't been, incredible. He hasn't been flashy, but he's not allowed runs to score, and I'm kind of shocked by that. It didn't click in my mind for some reason that he hadn't given up any runs yet this season, which Scrub is looking like a really good acquisition, especially for Tyler White, given how bad he was last year. Then we brought in Presley, and this is where I'm going to start criticizing the management of Dusty Baker. Why? Why did we bring in Ryan Presley? I know he got the save last night, but he only got it because he gave up a run that allowed it to become a save situation. I don't understand why we brought in Ryan Presley. He's been shaky, and you're going to bring him in now in a 1-run game with the Giants offense starting to heat up. That really bugged me that we did that. And that makes... I don't know why I can't articulate my thoughts when I get on an angry tangent, but I don't understand why we brought in Presley. And I was curious, because I decided to look it up, because I was kind of curious, why Presley has gone from such a incredible reliever that he was last year. Rock solid. He was fantastic last year. All-star. I believe he had a top 5 or top 10 reliever ERA in Major League Baseball. He was fantastic last year. Why has he been so rough this year? Well, I checked Fangraphs because I'm a nerd, and I believe that his velocity is down about a mile or 2, somewhere between 1 and 2 miles per hour averaged out, which... I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but when it comes to pitching and you're working in such exact numbers, that is kind of a big enough drop to potentially lead to what has been happening this year for Ryan Presley. I don't know why his velocity is down. I don't know if there was... I know he had some, blister issues, but I don't know why I'd be down like this. I'm hoping they can figure that out, because... Lord willing, if he were able to get his velocity back up, he'd be Presley from last year, and that's sort of what we're hoping for. So that happened. The other management decision that I'm going to talk about before I forget about it, why did we have Stubbs try to steal? Why did we do that? Why? Why, oh why? Altuve was in a hitter's count. You pinch hit Stubbs so that if it was a base hit, you could potentially score him from second. It was just... That was kind of a mind-numbing decision, especially with 2 outs, and you're going to make the 3rd out at third base, which statistically, the most worthless 90 feet are from second to third. If you look at all the numbers, every statistic you can find, that 90 feet between second base and third base is the most useless area of the baseball field for a base runner. So that kind of got me. And then, I know I'm going to sound like a very pessimistic person. I don't mean to. But when I saw Snead warming up, I knew the game was over. And I'm going to be honest. He kind of got screwed by the extra innings rule of the base runner on. Because technically, if that rule didn't exist, we get out of the inning clean. There was no egregious hits that he gave up. Nonetheless, I think Cy Snead needs to be on the way out. And it's... I don't know who we'd replace him with. Maybe bring Abreu back. I know he was having trouble, but Cy Snead, he just... I want to like Cy Snead. He seems like a cool guy. But I don't feel comfortable with him in the bullpen. When I saw him coming up, I had that pit in my stomach of just like, oh boy, we're going to have to score in the 11th or else it's game over. Or in the 10th, excuse me. He gave up a few hits, and then we brought in Rayleigh, which... The next management move I'm going to bring into question, why did we not just toss him in to start with? I understand that he hasn't pitched in a week, but he'd been good pitching with the Reds. I don't understand why we didn't just toss him in to start the 10th. I think that would have been better. I understand that the out that he recorded was a ground out that would have moved the runner over to third anyway, but I still don't understand why we didn't just put him in to start with. But cool spin move, dude. That was really neat. Offense, we had a good offensive night. I mean, 6 runs is nothing to scoff at. It's above Major League average, which is not this year because this year's been special for everything. But the past few years, scoring is about a half a run per inning, so we're above average by most standards, but the pitching just fell apart. Like, it's starting to do a lot with the bullpen. Scoring started after a Tucker triple, which Tucker, he is starting to become, he's looking like a very viable starter for next year in the outfield, which I'm very happy about. Again, if we could have Tucker finally take that step into what he's meant to be and be that next level replacement in the outfield, that'd be so nice, especially with the free agents we have coming up this offseason. After that, Maldonado hit a double. That scored Tucker. Altuve had a walk, which then got driven in by Reddick's weird double thrown out at third thing. So that was weird. Bregman hit his 4th home run of the year. That was nice. Bregman hopefully is starting to break out of the slump. Straw had an RBI, and then Altuve finished off the night with the RBI. And yeah, the offense is starting to look mentally worn out, and I think it is the pressure being put on them by everything. Now, I'm not saying that these players are getting rattled by internet trolls and by the thousands of keyboard warriors, excuse me, on Instagram, Twitter, and so forth. Good Lord, I'm tired. Can you tell? But we have had a few moments the past couple nights where we've broken our bats. Altuve slammed his bat down the other night. Brantley slammed his bat down tonight. And they've got to clear their heads. Dusty Baker said that Altuve is going to get 2 days off. He's going to get tomorrow off, and then Thursday is an off day, which Altuve had a pretty okay night, but he's got to clear his head. Our entire offense has got to clear its head, to be quite honest. We are a good team. We are still good hitters. There is nothing that says we cheated last year, so we need to just calm down, remember the team we were, and get rolling again. Anyway, that is all I have to say. Thank you so very much for watching. Greinke will get the start tomorrow. I said he was getting the start today, and I was incorrect, so I'm sorry about that. Yep, Greinke gets the start tomorrow. So thank you so very much for watching. I hope you have a fantastic day, and go Stros.